What's up guys, back with another train log in Q&A. This week went great, so compared to last cycle, I'm not nearly as sore as I was post max out, and my skill just feels way better. My form feels dialed in, I have that pop. Last cycle did not feel that way. Things felt off, they felt foreign. It's like I forgot how to lift when I was lifting, I didn't know how to bench when I was benching. And this can happen a lot when people deload. They come back feeling weaker. Shouldn't we feel stronger? If this happens to you, you're probably deloading too hard. Recall the fitness fatigue model I mentioned a few weeks ago. Our performance, how much we lift, is our fitness, our baseline strength, minus our fatigue. We deload to cut fatigue to lift more overall, but if we overdo it, our baseline fitness goes down as well. We detrain a bit because the stimulus is so low. Biggest issue I see with people deloading, just doing too much to cause detraining. If this happens to you, try not to cut as much workload. Constantly deloading can be just as big of an issue. If you have to do it too often, you're doing too much work. This is going to cause you to degrade the quality of the work you're doing as you're overly fatigued. And then when you deload, you're doing a period of too little work in order to cut fatigue. You're not actually building strength. It's just a cycle of both inefficient extremes of the ideal workload overall. It's why I really aim to ride the line more. You can have microcycles with weeks where you push a bit more and others you ease a bit more, but the idea is it should be less drastic and closer to the overall optimal volume level for most of your training. On the easy weeks, you're going to do more work than you would on a deload, but on the hard weeks, you aren't going to push so hard that you need to deload the week after because you built so much fatigue. Remember, training is about building strength, not demonstrating it. Save that for maxing out or competing. Anyways, that's my training rant for the week. Good week overall. Now on to the Q&A portion of the video. Comment more questions down below. Quick segue before I even get into the questions. This my conventional of the week felt a lot better. I went a bit wider on my stance to get the bar closer. Much better form than last week. Felt a lot easier. I might push this up to 2 sets and cut the hamstring curls I do on this day. We'll see. Also might push the weight a bit more as it's feeling pretty easy. First question. How often do you hit calves? Well, I never hit them, but always hit them. I don't do any dedicated work, but since I'm going to the 120 kilo class, I guess I'm working them always. Anyways, I get asked about calves for powerlifting. I don't think it matters that much. Bigger calves may help you bounce a bit at the bottom of your squat. It could make it a bit harder to get tighter sleeves on though. And also be some dead weight for staying under your weight class. Some people say that it helps stabilize the knee, but I never really read too much into these mechanistic arguments. All minor things really, doubt it makes a big difference. If you want to train them, go ahead. Next question, do you plan on going up in weight once you reach the 120 kilo class limit? I do think long term I could eventually go super heavyweight. I do really want to look back at my career and not think what could have been. Really would be cool to see what I could push at a bigger size, though I am quite conscious of how being bigger can affect my health. So I started doing a lot more cardio, making sure I'm over the 1200 met minutes a week, and also that I manage things like fiber and saturated fat. Next question, should you breathe then brace or brace then breathe? I find both styles can work. Steve Denovi has a good video I'll link below about bracing first. Personally, I find I want to expand my lungs as much as I can with air, so I breathe first, then I brace around that. But for some people, that expansion will be too hard to brace around, so they're better off not quite breathing as deep. It's an individual preference thing. Next question, why not hook grip? Well, my mixed, until real recently, never gave me issues. When I decreased my deadlift volume, I did notice my grip strength weakened a bit and I dropped some deadlifts, but extra grip holds recently have fixed that. I find hook grip is more likely to fail at heavier weights anyways from looking at top lifters and people I coach. I also don't exactly have the biggest thumbs, so hook isn't the best for me. I can't really get a good grip with it. Lastly, until I've gained weight recently, I never really had any issues with evenness on mixed grip. That may make me consider giving hook grip a bit of a try now. Next question, thoughts on dips? I do like dips for working end range shoulder flexion, a movement normal bench won't really train. It can be a good movement for hypertrophy as it works the tricep similar to a bench. Tricep head activation is heavily dependent on the arm position, so mimicking bench position is good. I do think the downside is for people with more shoulder issues who can't handle a lot of volume. It can be better to save the fatigue for bench specific work and do isolation work instead to hit the triceps. Next question, how long have you been training? So I started going to the gym in late 2013, but I don't really count myself as starting training for real until the summer of 2014 because I used to go to the gym once or twice a week, do some quarter rep leg press and then maybe a half-ass set of curls, and then I'd drink a protein shake, and believe it or not, that did not make me many gains, even though I thought I'd be jacked by the end of the school year. Anyways, that's it for the video guys. Again, comment more questions you have below. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and once again, thanks for watching.